Okay, YouTube, today is a special day. A couple reasons. You're getting a video on Saturday, and I'm making a dessert. So, one day we had gotten a coffee grinder for Diane to grind her coffee beans. And I got to thinking, there was a bag of nuts. We had a bag of nuts sitting on the counter. And I got to thinking, I wonder what it would be like if we ground some nuts in your coffee grinder. And then I had a light bulb idea. What would you call it? I would call it, just because I'm me, nut dust. That's right, nut dust. So I had this brilliant idea of putting some nut dust in some chocolate and making it a candy. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I don't know if y'all are going to think it's kind of weird or whatever. We had it, we made it, and trust me, y'all need to make this because it's some pretty good stuff. So first off, let me show you the grinder. We got it at Walmart, and it's just a Krups, not a sponsor or anything. It's just a Krups grinder, coffee grinder. It's got a blade in there, just a single blade, and it's a pretty simple operation. You just kind of push the button there and it grinds up whatever's inside. So we're going to start, and I'm using walnuts. We use peanuts. We did it twice, and yes, it's good with peanuts also. But we did it with peanuts. And the one thing I can say, if you do this with peanuts, if you grind it too long, you will make peanut butter. So just remember that. But it's kind of a weird operation here, how it works. And I'm sure you could probably grind this in, if you had a food processor or some sort of something, that a grinder, any kind of grinder would probably work. So I'm just going to give it a couple pulses right here. And walnuts do soften up, so keep that in mind too. And I don't know if this is even designed to grind nuts. I'm sure it probably is. I mean, it works. Probably not the best, but it does work. I'm sure like a food processor probably would work better. Get them knocked down in there. Okay, so I'm gonna take out these bigger pieces and we're gonna do it again. Make sure when you stick your hands in there, make sure you unplug it just in case, because you don't want to get a finger cut off, because it will cut your finger off. So I'm just going to get the bigger pieces out. I'm going to regrind them. But as you can see, hold on, let me, a couple more in here. As you can see, that is pretty much nut dust. And that's the concept that I had whenever I was thinking about this. It's like, okay, what could we use it for? What could be done with it? And pretty much anything to see, like, look, it's already starting to, I pulsated it way too much. It's already starting to get soft, like, well, it'd be walnut butter. But I started thinking of some uses for it. And any kind of like candy or something that you make for, like, say the holidays would go really good with this. It would make it work real good. Now also on this grinder, this cup does not come out. So you got to kind of just do the best you can at getting it out of there, because it does tend to hang up on you. But we're going to continue on with this process, and maybe you don't have to put so many in there either. Let's try it with just a few and see how it works with just a few. And if you wanted to, you can leave some of the pieces whole. I did that last time. Just like that. That way it's not so much of a, yeah, it's still a pain. Just walnuts are so soft anyway. So, but let me get this all ground up to the nut dust, and I'll be back and I'll show you the rest of the process of how to make chocolate candy with it. So I'll be back. Okay, as I was continuing on, I figured out if you kind of pulsate it like this, it tends to get those bigger pieces down from the top down to the bottom. So just keep that in mind also. Just kind of hit it like that. And I'll try to tap it on the counter, try to get it broke loose, and sometimes that works and sometimes it don't. See, you still got some up in there. Just make sure you be careful when you unplug it whenever you stick your finger in there, because it will cut your finger completely off. So, like I said, let me finish getting this together and then I'll be back. Okay, y'all. Well, I got it all ground up and now we're going to melt some chocolate. So, the easiest way I found to ever melt chocolate: get your pan, boiling water, get your metal bowl, put it on top. And pretty much stick your chocolate in there and it will start melting. But just like that. So you can already see it's already starting to melt just in a short period of time. And that's all you do. It will never burn like this, ever. Because it's like a double boiler. And now watch the steam. The steam will get hot on you, but it will melt it pretty quick. Now I have it on a full boil. I have it on high on a full boil. You can do it on a lower temp, but just remember that steam is hot. So just kind of melt your chocolate like that. Get it all melted. See how quick it is? It does not take long at all. Does not take long at all. Just continue to melt. Now, when you get it all melted, which is almost there right now, you're going to put your nut dust in there. And you're going to mix it all around. And why it's still on the heat? Because you want it all mixed around really good. And if that chocolate starts to cool and starts to harden, then you're going to have a little difficult time to mixing it. And what I'm using, again, no sponsors, but the Ghirardelli 60% cacao bittersweet chocolate chips. There you go. See there, it's all melted. So we're going to throw in the nut dust. And we're mix it all around. And believe me, folks, this is amazing. Totally amazing. You can use milk chocolate. I like dark chocolate, so does Diane. That's why we use dark chocolate. So, but just like that. And once you get it all mixed up, you turn your fire off. Okay, we're going to turn your fire off. And then we're going to get a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. And then we're going to take it and we're just going to spread it out on this parchment paper. Now you can make it as thin as thick as you want. And I know I'm not doing it very well justice for the camera there. But here you go. Just make it as thin or as thick as you want. Just like that. Now, at this point, we're going to put it in the refrigerator for, I'd say, a couple of hours. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and time it, and I'll get back with you when I finish the video, so you'll know. But put it in the refrigerator, let it cool down, let it harden. And then you can pull it out of the refrigerator, and I'll show you the process after you pull it out. So I'll be back. All right, y'all. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. So I think it's time to take them out of the refrigerator and see what they look like. And it is rock solid hard. So what we do at this point in time is we just kind of break it off into chunks. Just any size chunks you want. Just kind of break it all up there. And I know this is loud, but I forgot to plug in my microphone, so bear with me on this process. I didn't want to mess up the audio between the two cuts, so that's why it's going to be kind of loud for a little bit until I get all this broke up. I always wind up having some kind of problems within the kitchen. Whether it be cameras, food, something. Something always kind of goes wrong. And this was one of those go wrong times. So just kind of break it all up like that. And then I usually just put it in a mold. Get rid of that loud paper. And any bigger chunks that you got, you can break them up too. But there you have it. I don't even know what to call this. Nut dust chocolate. I really don't know. But let me get a little piece of it and try it out for y'all. It's definitely worth it. But it's good stuff. Like I said, try it. You're gonna love it. You can use milk chocolate. You can use white chocolate. Whatever you choose, just try it. And you're going to be amazed. So, until next time, we'll be back.